Alright, now that we've learned all of the different sculpting tools inside of 3D-Coat, it is time for us to move on to Retopology. Retopology is when you take a model that you've sculpted in 3D-Coat like this, where it has almost 1,000,000 triangles. As you see, there's quite a few of them there. And you bring that down to a reasonable number, like maybe 1,000 triangles, maybe 1,500 triangles for a model like this, so that you can import it into either other 3D animation software, or more accurately, probably a game would need a much lower triangle count. So we're going to do just that. In 3D-Coat, there are two different ways to do retopology. You can do it either automatically or manually. I'm going to show you how to do the automatic way first, and then I will show you how to use all the manual tools in order to get the exact result that you're looking for. So the way that you can do it automatically is that if you're in the sculpt room, you can right click on the object in your vox tree and you go to Autopo. Now what you're going to want to do is just regular Autopo. Now what it's going to ask you is it's going to ask you for a few parameters. Probably the most important one you're going to want to pay attention to is up here, the required polygon count. Now this is in quads. So if you want to keep track of triangle count, you need to take this number and double it. Now I'm going for, at most, 2,000 triangles. So that's going to be 1,000 quads, and since whatever you put here tends to be lower than the actual number you'll end up with, I'm going to go with 800. 800 quads is my rough goal with this. Now, yes, symmetry may improve it, but this is a non-symmetrical model. So the rest of these are for the decimation process that happens before the automatic topology algorithm can begin. For the most part, you can leave these at their defaults. So I'm just going to hit OK. So it's going to decimate it now, get it to a lower count. Now this area allows you to paint certain regions. That's not showing up very well at all, is it? There we go. This allows you to paint certain areas where you want the polygons to be denser. So if you had a human character, for instance, and you wanted their face to be a little bit denser, then you could paint that in like so. I want the topology to be fairly evenly distributed on this, so I'm just going to not paint anything and hit next. Now this next one is very important. You will draw splines across your model in order to try and define the resulting edge flow. So I'll just draw like that. So I want their edges going in that general direction. And I also want that, and this just sort of helps the program figure out what it is you're looking for. Like right here, I want to have an edge loop. Let's see, anywhere else? Yeah, I'd probably want an edge loop going this way. And then any others, like probably down there, will help it be a little bit more defined. Then maybe drawing one over here. And you can move these splines after the fact. You can tweak the actual points. Okay, let's just make those, whoops, let's just make those one. And you can connect splines too by just dragging their points to each other. Alright, that should be pretty good, and I'll just hit next, and then you just let 3D-Coat work its magic. I've got a good feeling about this one. Okay, and this is the mesh it gave us. Now for the most part, this is actually pretty good, but it's not quite perfect. As you see, there are some stretched polygons over there, and yes, especially over here. So very often you're going to have to do some cleanup work on this. It's not perfect, but it does do most of the work for you. So this has saved me a lot of time in trying to retopologize this very generic object. And as you see, it got roughly the triangle count I wanted, which was around 1500. So that's automatic topology. In the next couple of videos, I will explain to you the tools of doing the retopology manually and the additional control that lends you.